All right, so we've got a pet in Salem, Oregon,
Okay.
and we're going to dive into these notes and tips from a local vet
Sounds good.
on how to keep them happy and healthy here.
All right.
And some of this is seriously fascinating stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So are you ready to jump in?
Let's dive in.
Okay, so let's imagine our listener is maybe new to Salem,
Okay.
or they just want to be extra prepped for their pet's well-being.
Mm-hmm.
What unique things should a Salem pet owner,
Okay.
with all the greenery and the Willamette River and the rain,
Yeah.
what should they be thinking about?
Well, the vet's notes really highlight those seasonal allergies.
Oh, yeah.
All those lush parks and trees equal a high pollen count.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we humans feel it too.
Exactly.
So what kind of allergens are we talking about specifically in Salem?
So you've got your usual suspects like alder and oak tree pollen.
Right.
But grass pollen is also a major culprit here,
Okay.
especially in spring and summer.
Gotcha.
And something else that's interesting, the vet specifically mentions mold spores as being a big problem here in Salem.
Mold spores? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, the damp climate, it makes sense.
That's true. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah.
So beyond the sniffles and itchy eyes,
Hmm.
what should we be looking for in our pets?
Well, the vet notes point out that allergies can often manifest as skin problems.
Interesting.
So you might see things like excessive licking or scratching,
Okay.
even hair loss.
Oh, wow.
And also keep an eye out for ear infections, too.
Okay.
Those can be triggered by allergies as well.
Gotcha. So allergies definitely on the radar.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also thinking about all those amazing trails and parks in Salem,
Yes.
and the potential pitfalls of exploring those with our pets.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, the vet's notes mention ticks.
Right. Makes sense with all the wooded areas.
Exactly. And it's not just Lyme disease, although that's certainly a risk.
Right.
The vet also mentions anaplasmosis and ehrlichiosis.
Oh, wow. Okay. I need to brush up on my tick knowledge.
Yeah, they're lesser known but equally serious.
Wow. So are we talking year-round prevention or just certain seasons?
The vet really emphasizes year-round tick prevention.
Really?
Yeah, they point out that even in the cooler months, ticks can still be active,
Huh. I didn't realize that.
especially during those milder spells we get.
Okay, so year-round tick prevention.
Yes, definitely a must in Salem.
Got it. So we've talked about some Salem-specific challenges,
Mm-hmm.
but what about the overall approach to pet care here?
Yeah.
Is there anything unique about the vet-client relationship in Salem?
The vet really emphasizes finding a vet who understands Salem's unique environment.
That makes sense.
Someone who can tailor their recommendations to your pet's individual needs.
Right, so it's like having a local guide,
Exactly.
someone who knows the terrain and can help you navigate the potential pitfalls.
That's a great way to put it.
But how do you actually find that perfect vet? What should you be looking for?
Well, the vet highlights open communication and a proactive approach.
Okay.
So find a vet who is willing to answer your questions, explain things clearly,
Right.
and encourages you to be an active participant in your pet's health care.
So it's about finding someone you trust,
Yes.
who's a good fit for you and your pet's personality.
Absolutely. And once you've found that vet,
Yeah.
those regular checkups are key.
Okay, so those regular visits are like preventative maintenance for our pets.
Yeah, like taking your car in for an oil change.
Exactly.
And speaking of those regular visits, the vet specifically mentions vaccinations.
Right. Vaccination's essential for any pet.
Mm.
But are there any Salem-specific considerations when it comes to vaccines?
There are a few.
Really?
For example, they recommend the leptospirosis vaccine.
Okay.
It protects against a bacterial infection that can be spread through contaminated water.
With all the rain and water sources here, that makes sense.
Exactly. So, given Salem's climate, it's something to consider.
Okay, leptospirosis noted.
Mm.
Any other vaccine recommendations specific to Salem?
Yes. The vet also brings up the Lyme disease vaccine. While not a core vaccine, it's worth discussing with your vet.
Especially if your pet spends a lot of time outdoors.
Exactly. In those wooded areas where ticks are prevalent.
Prevention is always better than cure,
Absolutely.
especially with those tick-borne diseases.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've got tick prevention allergies, leptospirosis, Lyme disease.
All right.
Anything else we should be thinking about when it comes to preventative care in Salem?
Well, the vet really stresses the importance of having a plan in place for emergencies.
Emergencies. Oh, okay. That's a good point.
Yeah, things happen.
They do.
And knowing what to do in those situations can save precious time.
And potentially your pet's life.
Exactly.
So what kind of emergency plan are we talking about?
Well, first things first.
Yeah.
A well-stocked pet first aid kit.
Okay, what kind of things should be in there?
bandages, antiseptic wipes.
Okay.
Maybe even a muzzle?
A muzzle.
Yeah, in case your pet is in pain and might react defensively.
Oh, right. Pain can change anyone's personality.
Exactly. So it's better to be prepared.
That makes sense. So kit. And what else?
This is a big one.
Right.
Know where your nearest 24-hour emergency animal hospital is.
Oh, right. Don't wait till something happens to figure that out.
Exactly. Have the address, the phone number.
Okay.
Maybe even map out a route in advance.
Smart thinking. When panic sets in, even remembering your own address can be tough.
Yeah, for sure.
So we've got our kit. We know where to go.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else we should be prepping ahead of time?
Here's another good tip from the vet.
Yeah.
Create an emergency contact list.
Okay.
Your regular vet, the 24-hour hospital, a trusted pet sitter.
Got it.
Keep it somewhere accessible, like on the fridge or in your phone.
Okay, so we're talking physical preparedness.
Right.
But what about the mental side?
Yeah,
Emergencies are stressful.
they are.
How do we keep our cool and help our senior pets stay calm too?
The vet actually addresses this directly in their notes.
Okay.
They say, and I quote, "Your pet is a mirror reflecting your energy."
Oh, wow.
So, deep breaths, folks. Projecting calm can help your pet feel safer.
So true. I get frazzled when my dog even sneezes too loudly.
Yeah,
So deep breaths for both human and pet.
exactly.
Okay, so what kind of emergencies are we talking about here?
Okay.
What should trigger that immediate get to the vet now response?
Well, sudden collapse or weakness, especially in a senior pet, is a major red flag.
Okay.
Difficulty breathing, excessive vomiting or diarrhea that doesn't stop seizures.
Right.
These are all signs that time is of the essence.
Those are definitely scary.
Yeah.
But what about less dramatic things?
Okay.
Like my dog ate a sock. Should I rush to the ER?
Well, the vet puts it best.
Okay.
When in doubt, call your vet.
Good advice.
Seriously, even if you think it's minor, a quick call can help you assess the situation.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They might be able to guide you through at-home care,
Okay.
or they might say, "Get here ASAP."
Better safe than sorry.
Exactly, especially with a senior pet.
Right. It's like having a pet health hotline at your fingertips. So we've covered a lot of ground today.
Yeah, we have.
From Salem-specific challenges to those tricky senior years.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think are our listeners feeling a bit more prepared for pet life in Salem?
I hope so.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
You know, the goal of this deep dive was to arm them with knowledge and resources,
For sure.
knowing what to expect, what to watch for, and who to call in a pinch.
Yeah, that can make all the difference.
Absolutely. And remember, folks, this is just a starting point.
Mm-hmm.
The journey of pet ownership is a lifelong learning experience.
It is.
And there are amazing vets trainers and other pet experts here in Salem
Oh, yeah.
who can guide you every step of the way.
Absolutely.
So don't be afraid to reach out,
Yeah,
ask questions, and build that network of support
for sure.
for you and your furry friend.
You got it.
All right, well, I think it's time to wrap up this part of our deep dive.
Okay.
We'll be back soon to dive deeper into senior pet care.
Sounds good.
But until then, happy tails and healthy paws to all.
To happy and healthy pets in Salem and beyond.
Okay, so we're back and ready to talk about those senior pets, those wise and wonderful companions.
Right.
And, you know, as our pets enter those golden years,
Yeah.
what changes should we be aware of?
Well, as pets age, their needs definitely evolve.
Yeah.
And it's often those subtle shifts that we need to pay attention to.
So what kind of shifts are we talking about?
Well, the vet highlights a few key areas.
Okay.
First, mobility.
Mobility, okay.
Yeah, as pets get older, they might have trouble getting up,
Right.
or maybe show a decreased interest in those long walks.
Makes sense. We can't expect our senior dogs to sprint like puppies anymore.
Exactly.
So how do we support their mobility as they age?
The vet suggests a few things.
Okay.
Regular, gentle exercise.
Okay.
Even short walks or play sessions can help maintain joint flexibility.
Right.
They also recommend providing supportive bedding,
Okay.
especially for dogs with arthritis.
Gotcha. And is there anything else we can do?
Yeah, the vet mentions alternative therapies,
Oh, really?
like acupuncture or massage.
Acupuncture for pets. That's fascinating.
Yeah, it can be really beneficial for senior pets.
Okay, so we're thinking about joint support,
Mm-hmm.
but what about those mental changes that come with age?
Right.
You know, is doggy dementia a real thing?
It absolutely is.
Okay.
The vet uses the term cognitive dysfunction,
Okay.
but it's essentially the same thing.
So those once sharp minds can get a little foggy.
Exactly.
How do we know if it's just normal senior quirkiness or something more?
Well, the vet mentions a few telltale signs.
Okay.
Increased anxiety, confusion, getting stuck in corners,
Oh, no.
even changes in their sleep-wake cycle.
Wow. So it can be pretty noticeable.
Yeah, it can be heartbreaking to see.
It really is. It's like a piece of their personality is fading.
Yeah.
So can anything be done to help with cognitive decline?
While there's no cure,
Right.
the vet stresses that early intervention is key.
Okay.
There are medications that can help improve cognitive function.
So there's a chance we can slow down the progression.
Exactly. And beyond medication,
Yeah.
the vet emphasizes mental enrichment.
Okay.
Think puzzle toys,
Right.
short training sessions,
Yeah.
even just gentle play.
So it's like keeping those mental gears turning.
Exactly.
And I know a lot of folks worry about the costs of senior pet care,
Yeah, it's a valid concern.
especially if unexpected health issues arise.
Yeah, that's why the vet strongly encourages pet insurance.
Okay, pet insurance.
Especially for senior pets.
We touched on that before, but let's dive in a little deeper.
Okay.
What are the key things to look for in a policy for an older pet?
Well, first check if the policy covers pre-existing conditions.
Okay.
Some do, some don't.
Right.
And for a senior pet, that's crucial.
Gotcha. What else?
Look at the coverage limits, deductibles, and reimbursements.
Okay.
Make sure they make sense for your budget.
Right. So it's like any insurance policy. You got to do your homework.
Exactly.
Compare options.
Yeah.
Find the best fit.
And don't be afraid to ask questions.
Okay. Who should we ask?
Your vet can be a great resource.
That makes sense.
They can help you understand pet insurance and maybe recommend a provider.
It's like having an insider's perspective.
Exactly.
Now, even with insurance, senior pet care can be expensive.
Yeah.
Are there any other ways to manage those costs?
Well, the vet mentions open communication.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to talk to your vet about your finances.
Right.
They might be able to suggest more affordable treatment options,
That's good to know.
or even work out a payment plan.
So there's room for flexibility even in the vet world.
Absolutely.
That's reassuring. What else?
The vet also recommends exploring local resources,
Okay.
things like low-cost vaccination clinics or pet food banks.
Right. So there's often more help available than people realize.
Exactly. It's about being proactive and asking for help.
So we can manage the financial side without sacrificing quality of care.
Exactly.
Well, I've learned so much in this deep dive into senior pet care.
Me too.
I'm feeling way more prepared to navigate those golden years with my own furry friend.
That's great to hear.
But, there's one more big topic we need to cover.
Oh, yeah.
Those unexpected emergencies,
Right.
especially with senior pets.
Mm-hmm.
Those situations can be extra stressful.
Absolutely.
So how do we handle those heart-stopping moments?
Well, that's what we're going to discuss next.
Okay.
We're going to talk about how to handle those stressful situations and ensure our senior pets get the urgent care they need.
All right, so stay tuned, everyone. We'll be right back with those emergency preparedness tips. Okay, so we're back. And, emergencies, those heart-stopping moments, every pet owner dreads,
Oh, yeah.
especially with senior pets.
Right.
Those situations can be extra stressful.
Absolutely.
So what do we do? What's the action plan?
Well, the vet was really big on preparedness.
Yeah.
Knowing what to do in those critical moments can really make all the difference.
So let's talk must-haves.
Okay.
What should every pet owner have ready for an emergency?
Well, the vet was adamant about a well-stocked pet first aid kit.
Okay, so we're talking bandages, antiseptic wipes.
Yeah, those are the basics.
Right.
But think about maybe a muzzle, too.
A muzzle.
Yeah, in case your pet's in pain and might lash out.
Oh, right. Pain can change anyone's personality.
Exactly. Even the sweetest pet can become defensive when they're hurting.
So better to be prepared.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so first aid kit check.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
This is a big one.
Okay.
Know where your nearest 24-hour emergency animal hospital is.
Right. Don't wait till the last minute to figure that out.
Exactly. Have the address, the phone number,
Okay.
maybe even map out a route in advance.
Oh, that's smart. Panic sets in and suddenly you can't remember anything.
It happens.
Right. So kit hospital location.
Mhm.
Anything else we should be thinking about ahead of time?
Well, the vet recommends creating an emergency contact list.
Okay, that makes sense.
Your regular vet, the emergency hospital,
Right.
maybe a trusted pet sitter.
Gotcha. Keep it somewhere handy.
Yeah, like on the fridge or in your phone.
So we're talking physical preparedness.
Right.
But what about mentally?
Yeah.
How do we stay calm?
It's tough.
It is, especially when it's your furry friend we're talking about.
Well, the vet actually gave some really good advice on this.
Okay.
They said, and I quote, "Your pet